people say goat cheese, and I'm like, I know it didn't look like goat cheese. Y'all are ignorant.
Goat cheese, delicious. All right, we're live.
So wrong.
Goat cheese is delicious. Oh, we're live?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do. Speaking of Kirby Gocke's on there, but she decided that it's really cool to
put.
There she is. What up, baby?
Right here.
Hey, everybody! If you know who we are, you probably know who. Wait, I can't point the right direction.
Are you talking English?
This way. That girl. I know this backwards stuff. That's Kirby Gocke from We Got Fired from Paramania Radio podcast. And right after we got fired, they decided to shut down. So that's not a big deal. But Kirby's a paranormal investigator. She's a actress. She's related to what's that chick?
What?
You're related to Betty White, right? That's how you were going to get her in your movie? Nah, I'm just playing with you.
If only I would claim that.
I was like, you got that story all wrong, pal. Yeah,
related to Kirby, related to Betty White. That's how she,
in my dreams.
Who was living forever. Now we're also trying to get Kandi in, but Kandi is she's got a great computer that with 18 monitors on it. She records music at her house all the time, but she can't get on YouTube or Facebook or anything like that because she's literally insane. But we love her. So Kirby, you're coming out to see us in a couple weekends. You're looking forward to it?
I am. It's going to be a long drive. I think it's a week from this Friday.
I think so. And I got a guy coming. Hey, I got a guy coming in that I hired to drone shot you guys, and then to drone shot Vinny and Kandi. So that's going to be cool. So you guys get to swim in the river and get drone shot.
Sweet.
No, I'm going to shoot you. He's got a 22 attached to it.
Oh, dang! Wow. I don't know if that was part of the deal, but okay.
I mean, hey, you want your death to look real, right?
Yeah. If you hadn't told me, it'd have been even more real. So all good.
So we've had an aggravating week again. Like last week, we got rained out of filming allegedly.
Finally got this thing all worked out.
Look at Funk. We were supposed to film Sunday, but then it said there was a 75% chance of rain. Apparently, over in Pigeon Forge, where Funk lives, it rained like a some bastard. But over at my house, where we're one of the locations that we're filming at, is about a mile from me, and it was 75 and sunny all day. It was a perfect day out, and I was I got so mad I went over to Cherokee and bet and gambled at the casino.
Ooh, big spender! You won $40. All right, now
sweet.
My mind is right.
I'm
not sure. Kandi just called right when we were supposed to go live, saying she wanted to get on, and now she's a ghost. So we wrestle ghosts. Our friends are ghosts, but. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks since we filmed because of the rain, but we're going to film something this weekend. And it's funny when you go into the world and you see somebody at McDonald's, or you see a teller at a bank, or you see an attorney or anybody like that, you sit there and think, well, that job's got to be cool. Every job sucks. Every job is a lot harder. There's so much behind the scenes you don't realize. And I got to tell you, making a movie is a million times harder than I thought it would be, because me and Luke have successfully flown by the seat of our pants. We've done wrestling shows, paranormal shows, comedy skits, wrestling promos, and we just wing it. And you can't wing a movie. There's just too much. There's too
we could if we had a studio, but we're
you can't wing a movie. Haven't you learned that yet? With the time and the actors and the footage and all the jive. What are you drinking there?
Diet Coke.
Why are you drinking a diet? That's my drink. Are you trying to become me?
Yeah, I got an Afro wig. I'm gonna get a gray goatee going.
One of my best friends in the world is a black lady, and she always used to say that was a white person drink. She said, "Oh, you're drinking your white person. You always say you're black, but you're drinking a white person drink." And then eventually, there's something about Diet Coke because, look at this. There's something about Diet Coke because she starts drinking it. And look who it is.
Is Kandi.
The boys are in
I gotta fix my booty.
16:9 and the girls are in profile mode. It's a new double date night there, Luke.
Yeah, I'm on top of Kirby. I'm kind of digging this.
Hey.
This is just happening for method. What's going on the left side?
There's no message here.
Hey, Kirby, have you ever met Kandi and vice versa?
I have not.
Well, here you go.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Female co-stars of the movie The Hike. Be Still My Beating Heart. How you doing, Kandi?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. I'm hydrating myself,
I thought you were complaining earlier.
I have a facade to keep up. Okay?
Oh, that's right. Everything's wonderful. That's right.
Great.
Everything is perfect.
Is everything all right in your relationship? I noticed you're wearing some big sunglasses.
I just need to turn this water into wine, and everything will be fine.
I want to say something right now. She posted on Instagram. I don't know if you saw this, Luke, but there was a picture of her and her husband at the pool, and she's in the bikini top with her dreadlocks and all that. Did you see that picture?
Yeah, I had to have a alone time. Did you see Justin's guns?
I know, right? I think he photoshopped them guns on his arm there. But I'm telling you, yeah, Justin, I know you know how to Photoshop, man, and that's what I want you to do. If he can hear this, I want the same shot for the movie poster, except she needs to wear like Laura Croft booty shorts, and then I'll kind of be behind her looking at the Polaroids like that. But he's got to Photoshop bigger muscles on me, like he did himself there. Give me some cool looking tattoos too. But that was a cool looking shot, man. He's a hell of a photographer. Hey, is he there, by the way?
Yes. Justin, say hello.
Can you hear me? Hey, how you doing? Hey, my daughter's got the coronavirus blues. She's not going to be able to go to school. Can you do like her senior pictures?
Yeah, man.
All right. We'll talk about that off the air there, but she's not going to go in, I don't think.
Yeah, my kid.
The brick and mortar.
Yeah.
My daughter's not going to go back to school, but my son is. So that I like. No, I just like that they gave options. What they gave us, Kirby, your daughter's school age, right?
Yeah, she's doing the virtual option.
She's doing virtual.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart.
Yeah,
smart. No, Mikey just he needs that social interaction, and also he is entirely too lazy to do online schooling. So it's not a good mix.
You're saying Mikey's lazy?
Yeah.
Because you wanted the password to the website because you're going to do weightlifting with Mikey on the channel, and that never
that lasted about 5 minutes, and it turned into us basically slapping each other with towels and giving each other wet willies. It just didn't work out.
That would get more hits than his podcast probably does. Hey, but I got to tell you, even though we got rained out, we've been producing content. We had Kandi's top 5 physical or visual paranormal clips of wrestling with ghosts. That was last week. I had a big Atari homebrew unboxing, which anybody, the nerds, and then the Hamilton earworm skit has got rave reviews so far. And I got to say, last night I was up at 5 a.m. In the last 48 hours on our YouTube channel, there was somebody watching our channel for the last 2 days. Every minute, at least one human being was watching.
It's that weird senator from Ohio.
We actually got some really good compliments. Yeah, there is a gay senator from Ohio that always sends, like, he'll like all the pictures from me and Luke, and then there's just the lust. You know how guys are, like the lust tension will start to go up, and then like he'll see one picture and he can't help it, and he's just like, I want to pull your beard, and then you're like, stop, Senator.
Can you send some socks to my office in the Capitol building?
He's never said that to you, has he?
No.
Okay, yeah, but he's always like, I bet in the wrestling matches you like it when people pull your beard, and I'm like, I don't think that's ever happened in one wrestling match.
Ever.
I did wrestle. There was a guy that talked to Sassafras for an hour, and this is the one world record I hold in pro wrestling. My valet Sassafras, who's a burlesque dancer, talked to an opponent of mine in a semi-main event. So it was a couple hours before we wrestled, and I wrestled a man. He had an erection the entire match. I'm the only person in the history of pro wrestling ever wrestled an opponent who had an erection the entire match, and it wasn't because of me. It was because of my burlesque dancer valet. But I'm proud of that record. I got a plaque on the wall over here. You can't see it. So I'm talking a lot. Somebody else talk.
Oh, I just killed Pinhead, but I've got an award.
That's right.
For the number one illegally downloaded paranormal show in Gabon, Africa, from 2018.
Right on.
And all of those episodes are going to have to be taken down now because they have the pedophile in them.
Okay. Dang it.
Do you want to talk about that?
Oh God.
So are you guys going to take it down and then just re-edit? Or
well, the thing is all of our footage, all the footage from the shows was filmed on my cameras. And he's in them, and he signed. We all signed waivers, but guess who's got the waivers?
Huh.
Well,
why does he have the waivers?
Because he just took them. He's a thief,
Because he's a thief. That's what he does.
Yeah. So I don't want to soil the air and have everybody on here when we're talking about fun stuff. But just if you are in the paranormal field, Justin Richards is a pedophile, a thief, a con man, a grifter, and a liar. So just be careful. And we're going to have to. And everybody, there was a message today. I should pull it up. He scammed somebody out of cash from PayPal, and he said he was going to be a psychic medium that could contact this poor grieving woman with her son, and he took PayPal cash, never called her again, and blocked her on everything.
Oh, I think I saw that post.
Yeah, and she thought, oh my God, I was so happy because he said he could talk to the son, and never pay anybody in the paranormal for anything. There's no reason to. People do it out of the goodness of their heart. This is not a science, it's a soft science. If somebody's charging you 9 times out of 10, they're probably an asshole. Because people just do this stuff to help other people out. It'd be like helping somebody because they just lost a loved one, and you're going to say a prayer for them or hug them or something. It's like, that'll be $5 for the hug. It's just kind of an a-hole thing to do. So he's an a-hole.
Yeah. But yeah, no, there's just been a whole, I think you've been doing the Lord's work, with all this different stuff that's coming in about him, and just in the last 3 or 4 months, just getting him, getting the word out for people just to not trust this guy, not work with this guy. I mean, he's used everybody here, but Kandi. He sent a message to a guy that I thought was seriously funny. That a guy shared the message with us that me and Vinny are trying to be him. And we're jealous of him, and we're like, dude, you're doing nothing. The only published show or video he has is with us, and we're going to change that just to be petty assholes. We're not changing it because he's going to sue us, because he's not. And even if he does, he's going to lose, and then everybody's going to know. Then I've also got my work has been holding off on charging him, and they still got another 2 years they can charge him, and I can go in there and have him charged with felony.
They ripped off your job.
Yeah, felony fraud.
Yeah. Or he ripped them off. Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean, he said if he wants, he would go into restaurants and eat, and then complain and get free food and get his meal comped, and then he would message corporate and complain about food, and then they would send him more comps. Then he'd go and use those comps and complain again. He did that to us. He did that to Dick's. He did that to a couple other places locally.
Let me stop you. It's not just like a message. He would write like pages upon pages, like a maniacal rambling of how awful it was. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, yeah. And I had to talk my employer out of pressing charges on him. But they said, well, they'll happily press charges on him if he wants to be a schmuck, And you also have video evidence of him jerking off and sending the videos to underage girls. So, I mean, if you want to open that can of worms, Justin, open it. Please open it. And you will go And not to mention, you've crossed some people that, we're assholes. We're petty fucks. But there's some people that little bit more mean-spirited than us.
There's a lot of people that don't have anything to lose that he's pissed off recently. You got to be careful, man. So,
but we're all treating it like he has everything to lose, but he turns it around to makes it sound like we're the ones that are going to lose everything if he comes after us. He is the one that's on blast.
The thing is he doesn't have everything to lose because he has nothing. So how do you lose nothing? I mean, all he's going to do is.
You mean all the stuff that he took from other people that's in his possession?
Yeah.
Is that what he's going to lose?
And he will always say, my family's behind me on this. His family knows he's full of shit.
He has no family except
coming after us.
His family. He's only got a mom and a dad. He doesn't have anybody else. He's got a fake girlfriend in New York and a baby that's a drug dealer's that he claims is his that doesn't look anything like him. So
I mean, the whole thing is just beyond me. I mean, he himself is mentally exhausting, just mentally exhausting.
Well, do you have anything about him that you want to share that I didn't include in my videos that I posted this week?
Me?
Kirby? Yeah.
I mean, like my one-on-one experience with him was probably very limited. I mean, we worked together, I would probably say about 3 days.
How many times did you make out with him?
-30.
Because he's probably told people it's been about 5 times.
I'm sure. No, he's a little squirmy for me. But now, did everybody want to sleep with him? According to him, yes. Every person who walked past, he looked at me, and he said, "She wants me." And then when we were at this hotel in
that was at a middle school, right?
I wish. No, 2018. He has no excuse. He disappeared on me for 3 hours in a restaurant when we were writing some stuff, and I eventually paid his tab, which was over $80. And when he came back, he said that he was sorry, and he got stuck in the elevator with Flo Rida. And they were waiting. He said a demon had stopped the elevator. And so he had to apologize to Flo Rida and say, "I'm sorry, the demons are chasing me. They're trying to shut me down."
Incorporate the supernatural in his stuff. Because you can't. Oh yeah, that's totally a demon that did that.
He said a demon did it, and it stopped the elevator, and so he's in there with this superstar, and so they're sitting there chilling. And now apparently Flo Rida's a believer. But he's like, "Yeah, I was like, what about the $80 you just charged up?" He's like, "Well, I don't have it. Thanks, whatever." In the meantime, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
A demon stole his money.
Stole it from me. He
doesn't drink. How does he rack up $80 at a restaurant?
We were there probably for a good 4 or 5 hours. We were at. It was a hotel that was on the beach. We were just at the restaurant there. Writing, oysters scheduling for nothing. I'm sorry?
Was he eating oysters or crabs or what?
I can't even tell you. I don't remember. I was super worried about where he was at. Now, and during this conversation was the time that he brought up Betty White's agent's phone number off of his phone that he had on speed dial. Okay. That should have been a red flag, but I'm like, oh, he knows people. But especially when he came back and said Flo Rida was stuck in the hotel with, the elevator with him for 3 hours. And he's converted. He's straight up
somebody better than Flo Rida.
Of all people.
Flo Rida, I gotta have this guy.
Well, I do want to add three things to this. One, we don't care about this guy. We're not doing this for a vendetta. We're not doing this for anything. That guy's written out of our lives. What we're doing this and talking about him and bringing to light some things is because, he's creeping on underage girls and he's ripping people off. And it's our civic duty to stop that. Now, the second thing is all these stories that we're telling, we know way worse that we're not telling. And we're keeping that in the folder. And the third thing is fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I just right now he's scamming a rich dude out of Kentucky who's a friend of Turtle Man, if you know who that is on the Discovery Network, out of $200,000. He saw the video I made a couple days ago. This rich guy and Turtle Man and all these people with this particular TV show. And I just got to put this out in the atmosphere, and we'll talk about more positive things. But if you are an investor, there's no such thing as an investor on a TV show. A network hires production companies and pays them to create television shows. That's how that works. There's no, you don't need an investment to make a TV show. Now, with a movie, you can invest in movies, but there's no such thing as investing in a television show. That's just his bullshit. So that's red flag number one.
Is this a TV show or a movie that he's investing in?
A TV show, another paranormal TV show.
Well, this guy will learn when, you know, we know why he ducked out of doing the first Turtle Man thing, and we know why he ducks out a lot of things, because these people know how a reality show looks. And if you show up with a rig he stole from Dalton Stout and a 20-year-old 780 camera, and no lights, no equipment, no crew. People are going to look at you like you're fucking insane.
And you run out of battery juice 8 minutes into shooting shit that you have a 12-year-old girl holding a camera for the TV show. It just reeks of high heavens.
Well, whenever he and I were working together, he told me he had like a 20-person crew, but they were in like parts of Philadelphia, and then the rest were in Miami, but they were all supposed to meet up with us at one point. But I really, he makes it up as he goes along. I mean, but he's really good at making up stuff. He's really good at doing it on the fly.
All right. So if you're watching us talk about this particular Yahoo, his name's Justin Richards, pedophile, scammer, complete liar, doesn't know the Warrens, doesn't know Betty White's, never done anything in TV, doesn't have children. So let's talk about some positive stuff. What do you want to talk about now? We got Kandi here. What do you want to ask her?
Kandi.
Hi.
It didn't. It was 75 and sunny at my house on Sunday.
Yes, it was nice.
Oh, and I just that killed me. And hopefully when Kirby, when you come out to film, and you and Kandi and Vinny and the other actress are going to be in the same river at the same time. Hopefully that's going to be a nice warm day, because you guys get to do some swimming. But if it rains, I'm just buying umbrellas. We're just going to deal with the rain. Because
I think this weekend we need to shoot no matter what, just to keep the momentum and everything rolling. And if it rains, we'll go eat, and we'll leave Kirby with the $80 check. We'll run into Florida, and then after that we'll just go back out when it dries up. We just got to get some shit rolling. But I was able to look at the footage, some of the dailies. I think a lot of it looks good. I think our acting is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It looks great. And I'm excited, man. And this is what I was talking about. This is why I'm excited. I was in a really bad mood yesterday. There's a lot of things happening in the movie. The Saul in the movie was part of one of the reasons why I was kind of down. But I listened to a couple podcasts. I listened to Seth Rogen on Mark Maron and stuff. And everything that is in pre-production is on hold, possibly, get this, to 2022. And that means there's going to be a year where there's not going to be any new entertainment for anybody.
Wow.
Now that's, we're all entertainers, and we always question our worth. Like, should I free people out of jail that are guilty or whatever? I mean, but when we're entertainers, you constantly second guess, am I wasting my time doing a fun hobby or job? But with this coronavirus and the state of the world, no new entertainment for a fucking year is going to drive this country insane. So I think we're going to have an opportunity doing this guerrilla style and outlaw style and being able to release this however we want to. I think we're going to really have an opportunity to fill a void that Hollywood's not going to be able to fill, because this is the one time I think we have a great shot, because people are going to be like, shit, I've seen everything on Netflix. What's this movie, The Hike, or whatever avenue we're going to be able to get it out there. And I think it's going to be a really good opportunity for us if we can get it distributed. Any
if not, we'll take it on the road, do some.
But there won't be any road. That's the thing, is there's not going to be a lot of conventions and shit either.
Everything's going to be at virtual. Do what?
Sure.
Drive-in theaters.
I think it would look cool at a drive-in theater.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea, actually.
That's what what's his name? Bert Kreischer, the comedian, the guy with the machine, the guy with no shirt. He's doing a comedy tour at drive-in theaters. And
but that's seriously, Luke. That's a great idea, man. Because if like all the distributors are frozen and all this stuff, we could physically schlep this thing around to Iowa and Indiana. We just get back in a pickup truck, yeehaw, and we just take this fucking thing to the place.
We'll get a pickup truck and throw Kirby and Kandi in the back. Have Justin hanging off the bumper.
We'll tie him to the fucking rope to the bumper.
It's the story of my childhood.
Yeah,
you from Tabor City. That was probably every Saturday night.
I love how you say it, Tabor. Like, that makes it sound so fancy than it actually is. It's Tabor.
Oh, Tabor. That's right.
I'm from Tabor City.
I'm going to start saying Tabor. Tabor City.
Well, my favorite band is King's X, and the guitar player his name's Ty Tabor, and I always call him Ty Tabor. I don't know why. I guess I'm a little bit French. 13 and me or 23 and me, I'll figure it out.
My ear.
So, not Kirby. Kandi was coming up with some new scenes for the movie, and we're learning this as we go along. And I think she had some great ideas. And
it's all Vinny takes his shirt off.
Well, that's a good. Hey, by the way, in 2017, that was me. I always was taking my shirt off. Now it's you, pal. The last 4 comedy videos we've released, for no fucking reason, you're taking your shirt off.
It's because it's funny.
No, that's not why you're doing it. You want little girls be in your inbox going, "Hey, Big Luke."
No, they're all over 40.
Right. Well, that's younger than you still.
That's my bread and butter. Women over 40. I still got it.
Kirby's rocking her day 2 hair. Have you seen that? The headband and the not Kirby, Kandi. 2Ks.
You got 2Ks going on.
Yeah. Kandi's rocking her dreads and headband day 2 look. Do you like that, director?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
There you go.
Now, this cabin that we're filming at, that we found, that's right by my house, is I'm thinking of going over there if we don't do anything, just doing a paranormal sweep of the place just to see what's going on over there too. Because if you guys haven't seen this cabin in the videos and stuff, or pictures that I put up, this thing is old and it's awesome, and it's like, who lived in this place? But I mean, that thing's like 150 years old. Off the side of the, there's an outhouse, there's cool rock walls and everything, and you guys are gonna love this place. It's in the Smoky Mountains. It's a mile from my house.
This place.
Are you filming inside of it?
Yeah,
it's. When I say cabin, there's no doors, there's no windows. It's old. Yeah.
But it's not like dilapidated. It's clean, even though it's kind of, there's dirt, but it's not filthy, if that makes sense. It's this spot that we've happened across that we have permission to shoot at has a fucking beautiful rock wall, a stream, very nice flat places where the light comes through the trees and it almost looks like a fairy circle. The frickin' cabin, there's an outhouse, there's a bunch of interesting topography around there. We can really shoot probably 85% of the movie on 2 acres. It's pretty exciting because we're not going to have to go around finding places to shoot. We have an idea for everything now.
And it's really exciting for me because I get to only go a mile from my house.
Yeah, Kandi's got to drive like an hour and a half to get there, but that's the breaks. That's what happens when you star the show, honey.
And you get paid on the back end. That's
gotta love deferred.
Yeah. But you know, since she's the star of the movie, she gets a bigger cut, probably a bigger cut than I do, and I'm directing the damn thing. So,
well, it's all up to you. It's how much self-abuse you want to inflict on yourself.
I'm just doing this to do it, and hopefully make enough money to make the next movie, because that's where we'll need to look for investors. Kirby, you're more than welcome to be in the next movie as well
if you invest.
Is it going to be the next robots movie?
Well,
what'd you say, Kandi?
So is it going to be the sex robot movie?
Yeah.
No,
I'm in.
It's a different take on zombies, and I had one of the premier zombie fiction writers working on the script for me based off of the little script I gave him, and he had the best idea that there's like a church that goes kind of militant, and he wants the preacher to be a female.
Okay.
So that's the second lead character, and also wants to have like a badass female sidekick. So I'm like, well, I've got two females that
who?
Because the way he was looking at it, and the way I had it
nothing
crashing down was Vinny was the church leader and I was the main character, and then he goes, no, switch that. He goes, you want females. You want a female versus female, with the men being the, being the followers. And I was like, oh, that's such a good idea.
That sounds like shit.
I dig it.
I want the next movie, and no offense, I want to be in it, but I want there to be, because I can't act. That's the secret. I've done more acting than anybody around, but it's I'm doing myself. I'm like David Letterman in Cabin Boy. You see, you want to buy a monkey? That's the extent. That's the range of David Letterman right there. That's his regular. So I'm Funk Master V in this Hike movie, and if you don't like Funk Master V, you're not going to like this movie. And
Robert De Niro playing Frankenstein.
I mean,
the Frankenstein monster. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's my range. And I won't deny that I may be charismatic, but I don't know. I need to be like the guy that gets killed first, like a mechanic going, who put this fucking gabagool sandwich on the front seat of my Plymouth? And then boom, the zombie gets me. That's all I can do.
So
I can't. But I'm excited about that, and we need to figure out how to snow investors like Justin Richards does. Sit there and be like,
well, me and you talked a little bit about investors, and
you get stuck in an elevator with Flo Rida.
I mean, that's really the key.
That's the movie. That's the third movie. I'm writing that dialogue now.
Wow.
Do you like lasagna?
What if a fake demonologist pedophile gets stuck because of a demon in an elevator with Flo Rida? I think that is
leaving me with an $80 bill.
Yeah, while stiffing the pretty girl. That's
This is a good idea.
And then we'll get M. Night Shyamalan on to direct it.
His elevator movie sucked.
I like that one.
Oh, you know why it sucked? And this is the whole reason why we're shooting a movie this way, at least my influence. Let's talk about that. That'll be interesting. Yeah. So M. Night Shyamalan, you actually like the movie Devil?
Yeah. Okay. The only problem I had with it is it defeated the trope. Oh, there's two things. The one thing you're about to bring up, but it also defeated the trope of you pick the least likely person to be the killer, and that's who it was.
I was watching In the Movies with Bob O'Mac, my old wrestling rival, and he looked over.
Did you do the dick and the popcorn trick?
No, I'm not gay. I keep telling you that. I don't know why he keeps sending those pitches, but
not gay.
He looked over about 12 minutes into it and said it's so and so, and that's who the killer was. That was the first problem.
Spoilers. So and so is the killer.
Shush. So, but the main thing is it's an elevator movie, and they destroy the trope and the vibe because they leave the elevator. Yeah. And so it eliminates the tension. And so in this movie, we wanted everything to be inside of the woods, like it's claustrophobic, like in this world that you're watching, there is no escape. You don't have a recollection of what the town they lived in, or where they didn't come from Gary, Indiana. So there's no home base. It's like this whole universe is a claustrophobic hand around your throat, because it's like, where are they trying to escape to? Like when we get into trouble, where's home? We've never seen the exit. And I think that's a very powerful subconscious thing for a horror movie is to not know where the exit is. And especially when you're in Tennessee right now, I mean, the foliage, the flora is like almost chokes you, especially with some of the places we're going to shoot where there's tons of kudzu. It looks like it's something that can kind of almost like the blob, like get on your skin and eat you alive, so.
Reminds me of our 4th movie we're going to make called Kudzu.
Yeah.
The attack of the killer kudzu. You stand there long enough and it just starts like binding up to you and eventually wraps its way around you. You can only escape if you step to the side. It's terrible.
Well,
take a step forward. I'm out.
One step forward.
The thing that I'm doing this week to kind of, because I'm always working for Big and Funky Productions, even if it's only for an hour a day, I'm doing something. But since we're going to have to take the backlog of Wrestling with Ghosts season 1 out because of the pedophile, I'm going to try to get them Wrestling with Ghosts videos of what we shot for season 3 done. And I'm going to start doing the Indian Cave investigation, which the entrance is a quarter mile of a kudzu wonderland. It's the craziest looking thing you've ever seen. I mean, it's like 5 stories of kudzu, and you got to walk into it. It looks like something out of a movie. It's nuts. But I'm going to do that this week so we can get that rocking and rolling.
Have you thought about possibly, and it may look like totally stupid, but have you thought about just maybe blurring out Justin's face? Since,
you can.
He's off of IMDb altogether. He's off of it. So, even though you had his permission, but you don't have the documents.
Well, there's two pieces of great evidence that's in the first episode that we'll probably have to do that. But there's other stuff.
Okay.
Vinny's got other footage, and also he's re-edited the footage so much on those first seasons that the picture quality's come down. So he's got the raw footage that'll be back up to 1080 standards.
I didn't know what I was doing when I was making the first season, so the frame rates have dropped.
Okay.
So if you ever watch the first season on a Sci TV, sometimes it doesn't look so hot, and that bothers me. And the fonts I used sucked, and it's like I look back now, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? So I'm going to go to the raw footage, but doing a Wrestling with Ghosts takes me about 5 to 7 days of my life where that's all I'm doing. So it is a big deal. And if I do a Haunted Graves, which is the cemetery show with Kandi and Travis, I can do that in a 24-hour period. If I just did your episode of It Happened to Me, by the way, on a Sci TV. Cool. Kirby does her things up. I can do that in about a 24-hour period or less. It's a pretty easy show to fix. But Wrestling with Ghosts takes me about a week of my life. But when I get a new computer and things get faster, which I'm getting one this weekend, it's tax-free weekend, ladies, by the way, the ladies with girls going to school. At least it is in East Tennessee. I don't know about Arkansas, but
it is here. But I mean,
there you go. So
kids are at home, so
homeschool.
That's right. We're all homeschooling. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 out of the 6 kids whose parents are on this video call. 5 of those kids will be homeschooled. That's a crazy statistic.
Yes, it is.
Well, and what's funny is Vinny. I guess it's not funny, but I mean it's ironical. Funk ran for governor in 2018 and froze up.
Yeah, why is he frozen?
Funk is frozen, and it looks like he's blowing himself.
Weird way to freeze.
Looks like he's throwing up on Kandi.
Dang it. People do that.
From now on, it just looks like he's laughing.
Why do I have this effect?
Yeah, it looks like he's just laughing at everything I say. So we can say horrible jokes, and it looks like he's just dying laughing. But
so basically, it's a good look, yeah.
When he ran for governor, he was on an FM radio show that went all throughout Tennessee, and he was talking about getting rid of brick and mortar schools and going to online only. and bye Funk, and they chat. Oh, he'll be back. He's the host of this, so he has to come back. But they I mean, there was a right-wing radio show, and they beat his ass over, you want to get rid of schools and homeschool and everything. Now, like, everybody wants homeschooling. Yeah.
I started homeschooling last year, so it's not any transition for me. But I think the school system's crap anyway.
Well, my daughter's happy because her hair dye, looked great for a while, and now it looks terrible. So what she did is we shaved her, we buzz cutted her hair. So now she can be at home with a buzz cut hair. And she didn't know if she would like it or not. And then she put her headphones on to play PlayStation, and she's like, okay, I'm just going to keep this.
Oh, crap. I think that Justin Richards demon is bothering us.
Oh, God.
What's it doing?
I'm having some, I don't know, my screen went black, and then I turned it on, and then my phone started falling. Oh God, Flo Rida is going to be in here any minute.
Oh no!
You're fangirling. You're
apple bottom jeans.
And the boots.
That is the only song I even really know by it. So
isn't that his only song?
The only thing that I know that he does.
Yeah, I think of a strip club.
Yeah.
Taking it back down to the early 2000s. That's what I think of.
I love how Funk got so overzealous with pretending to laugh that he knocked his computer out.
So is he coming back, or did he just peace out?
If he can, he will, I guess. But I want to say while it's just us.
Hey.
That I really appreciate all the work you two are doing. Kandi, you're going above and beyond the call. Kirby, you're going to drive forever just to be in a movie for 15 minutes. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I really appreciate all that you guys are doing, because this is like then he said his computer crashed. Because this is kind of, I never want to say this is my movie because we all worked on it, but this is, I visualized this whole thing, and you guys are helping me fulfill that vision, and that's cool.
Yes.
So I really do appreciate. I do appreciate y'all helping out. And Kirby, you're gonna stay at my house with your daughter. You're gonna sleep in my daughter's bed. That's weird. But she doesn't sleep in it. So what are you gonna do? She likes to sleep on the couch.
I mean, I usually just sleep on my Chase lounge at night. So I mean, I'm comfortable anywhere, just wherever I fall.
All right, cool.
No
well,
are always good. Or no mattresses. Air mattresses are always good, or no mattresses.
Yeah, mattress, no mattress. I'm not picky.
Well, what we'll do is let's wrap this one up for the night. All you gotta do is hit the leave button on the bottom. You guys are welcome any week on the show. Kandi, you're supposed to be here every week. Damn it. No. And Kirby was my permanent co-host that we screwed up, that I got fired for, but. Kirby got me fired from Paramania Radio.
Probably did. I have such a filthy mouth. I was really trying hard not to use curse words through that whole time.
You should have heard us last week on the last show we did. Me and Vinny went on with the show before us with Susan and Maggie, and I mean we were not appropriate. And I listened back to it, and I was like, "Did we say?" Because we were starting to talk about corrupting Amish boys and stuff like that. I was like, we're out of it. We're out of touch.
Now the Amish are never gonna watch your movie. Oh,
that was like, our people right there. That was our audience.
So let's wrap this up, and we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for joining us. And sorry we talked so much shit about Justin. That'll be the last time we do it. He's just gonna, after we click leave on this, that he's out of our lives. Hey, whoa.
Are you talking about me?
Yes.
I'm out of your lives? Were you conspiring?
That was just the wrong time.
I thought you were my best friends in the whole goddamn world.
Hey, no, take it easy. You're going to knock your computer out again.
I slammed the whole thing, like everything on the thing. I must be like Hulk or something. Everything moved and the computer crashed. I'm glad you were still rocking and rolling. I got messages about Justin while I was away, by the way.
What?
Okay, let's hear them.
Let me see if there's a message between the girl. This is a message between Justin Richards, the pedophile TV scammer in the paranormal universe, and the girl that he sent the video that I have where he's touching himself.
Yeah.
They're talking to each other. And she's legal now. But let's see.
I love how bad your vision is that you have to hold the phone like in your ear.
Well, it's either this or this.
Oh, yeah. Do the glasses, Daddy.
Yeah. Justin said this. This is at 7:33 while we were talking about him. I'm leaving the paranormal field for good.
Again?
Yay! I just like the sentence. I don't want to be around the negativity. I don't want to go back looking for spirits and what brings it back around to my family and myself and exorcisms. I don't want to do it because when you call them out, they jump at you, attack you, feed off your revenge. What?
And trap you in an elevator with Flow Rider.
with a bad rapper.
Thank you.
And the boots with the fur.
It's been nothing but negative. This industry for me in my life, helping people has done nothing.
He's helped nobody.
He's helped nobody.
It sounds to me that he is watching your show and he's going, oh crap, I'm done with this crap because
I hope so.
It's busted.
So
and he's
this
gonna
is real time then.
Paranormal because that's
This was just happening right when I was pounding on the thing trying to be funny, and I knocked my whole GD computer offline.
I mean, Justin messaged this person during this, though.
Yeah.
Well, Justin, since you're watching, I want to tell you straight up. Once this podcast is over,
I don't want you.
we're out of here. It's done. Don't talk about us. We won't talk about you. It's over. If you do keep talking about us, if you do keep with your lies, and you know you're lying, can I get my hat back? You know you're lying. That's the video is probably laughing at that joke right now. But if you are watching this,
people in the chat room,
you know you're lying. You know you're a liar. You know you have no team of lawyers. You know you have nothing. And even if you do, we're not scared. We are removing you from our lives. And if you pop back in for any reason, the information we have is going to the police. The only reason it's not now is because the person asked us not to turn it in. But if you come back into our lives, if you keep talking about us and keep doing your shit, you're done. And I would recommend there's another paranormal team you've worked on with very recently. Yeah, don't talk about them anymore. That's going to end.
So this conversation continues. If you want me to keep going. All right.
Okay.
So the girl, the victim, says, Vinny just did a live video about you. And Justin says, I didn't do anything I could get in trouble for. And she said, oh yeah, Vinny did a video. You should check it out. And he said the video they were making in this video, I'm sorry, I can read, he can't type. So that's why I sound like a Neanderthal. The video, they are making stuff up and lying because, for one, the stuff they said I didn't do, and for two, I have a child, and for three, I have been married and divorced. I'm not even dealing with the drama or wasting time with it. I'm just letting them have what they want because I'm already leaving the paranormal field. Well, first of all, I want to say I don't believe you because you can't, because it's the only thing you have. You don't have a child. That's a drug dealer's child from New York. I've had more than one person tell me that's not your kid. The woman that you're with has like 9 children anyway. She's one of those types. So there's no telling, buddy, if that's yours or not. That's Russian roulette. And then secondly, I know you don't have another kid. I told the story on the live video. You brought me, Luke, and Travis and Mitch Gore up to a hotel suite to show us this video that you said your people in, I think, Philadelphia or Miami.
No, it was Arizona. It was Arizona.
Whatever state it was. Yeah, you're right. It was that these people made this great TV introduction for the Wrestling with Ghosts season 1, and it was one of those videos that you could just rip off. It was a free for use spooky video anybody could use. That is a free to use royalty free video. All you have to do is type in the different titles you want, and it pops it in, and you told us that your child was the smoke monster in the corner that dissipated. You don't have a kid. Because we've been in your house. This is the reason I know you don't have a kid. So if you're watching this, I want you to know. Luke and I are pretty smart. I used to be a bail bondsman. He was a cop. I was an alcohol and drug counselor, which basically makes you a sleuth. I've been all over your house when we were first together. And I'll tell you something. I've never seen a grandmother not have one picture of their grandchild somewhere in the house. I've been in your kitchen. I've been all over your living room. I've been in the place where you had all your computers that you stole. There wasn't one picture of a grandbaby in that house. I don't know one woman, as evil as some of the women I know are, I don't know one grandmother that doesn't have at least a picture of their grandbaby in the house somewhere. I don't, especially in Tennessee, man. Are you kidding me? No way. You don't have any kids. You've not been married before. Nobody'd marry your ass. So you're a liar. And besides, I like that you sent that text to this particular person, because the only thing that you refute is that you have children and that you're married. You don't refute the fact that you're a pedophile. You don't refute the fact that you've sent your dick to 17-year-old girls and under. You haven't refuted the fact that you're scamming people out of money. You haven't refuted the fact that you've lied and said you're a demonologist. You're not even Catholic. You haven't refuted the fact that you've never done anything in the TV. You've never done anything in the movies. And you've never done anything good. You've never helped anybody. All you've done is create harm. The only thing that you can refute is that you have a baby and a wife, which I still don't believe. And I'll tell you what, if you do have a baby and a kid, or a baby and a wife, I'll let you have that. All the other stuff, you just basically by omission and not confronting any of that shit, you're admitting that I've been right about everything. So tell Richard King, the guy that's the millionaire that's back in your movie, tell him you're a fucking charlatan before you rip him off. Because if I do find out that you ripped this guy off for $200,000, I'm doing my best. I actually had somebody watch one of the videos last night on my Facebook feed who is a detective who gave me the federal website you can go to and fill out the documentation to stop people who are scamming other human beings. And I'm not a snitch, but I'll tell you something, pal. I'll roll over on your ass. Cut it the fuck out. Anyway, I'm done.
All right. Oh, but you do make some fucking grade A lasagna, brother.
Your lasagna is fantastic, which makes me think there's probably crack cocaine in it. That's the only reason. That was the best lasagna I've ever had. Kirby, he made fucking great lasagna.
And I never got to try any of it. I mean, I was stuck paying the bill for some restaurant food the whole time.
See, and this is the fucking thing. Justin, you have a wonderful way of manipulating human beings. You can find out a way to use that for good.
Sell used cars,
right,
dude.
Absolutely.
Sell used cars.
And you're a good cook. There's things you can give to people. You can be a good person. You don't have to be a shit. Kandi, what do you got to say about all this?
I wish I had popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh, so Vinny could do the dick and the popcorn trick. Yeah, no.
I'm not gay.
That's right. I mean,
What?
that's right. Maybe. All
So
right.
what time we meet? What time we meeting up this weekend? We might as well call this shit on the air.
What time?
Yeah. What time can you do Saturday or Sunday?
I'm good for all day, all those days, whatever time you guys decide.
We might do Saturday because there's like an 80% chance of rain on Sunday.
Jesus.
And Saturday is supposed to be nice. So we might just do Saturday since we're at a location where there's no other people going to be around. And then the following weekend we get Kirby and got the drone guy, and we got to get with Jeremiah, get his daughter out there. And
that's gonna be a day, man. That's gonna be different.
Well, we have the whole weekend now that we got private location, we know we can go Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And if people have to bring their kids with, they bring their kids with. I don't care. Or leave them at my house. My daughter can babysit. My wife will be here. She'll be in the bath for 6 hours like she always is. It's weird. I don't know what's going on.
She's always shooting up too. She's always shooting up that stuff she gets from downtown Knoxville. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, she comes out of the bathroom, her arms like that big. I don't know what's going on in there.
I think she's shooting some it's not real drugs. There's somebody selling her Celine or something. I don't know. Something's going wrong.
She's freebasing Midol.
Hell yeah. Well, Kirby,
So-
what you been? I mean, Kandi, what you been into? You haven't said shit this whole podcast.
I've just been listening to you guys.
I know that sucks. So talk to your fans.
I don't know what to say to you guys. I don't know what to say to the three of you.
The
My
three.
fans or
the
my
three-
haters.
Well, what do you want to say to your haters? I know you have some.
You know what? I love you guys.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. All of that.
you're a sweetheart. How's your band going?
God, it's the music industry right now sucks.
How stoned are you at this very moment?
Not at all. She's been with her babies all day.
Oh, there you go. See, the shades were throwing me off.
There's black eyes under here, you know. Justin's demon. Caught me in the elevator with Flow Rider.
You got violent, man.
Yeah, I know. God.
That's
think
one
that was-
powerful demon. You know, a great demon of opportunity. Also,
I think it was that Baltimore Ravens running back. It wasn't the demon at all. Elevator blues.
Yeah, I don't. My phone is literally it's like on 1%, so it'll be.
You're right.
You know.
Well, I'm just watching over here right now, and this on the TV is the Brushy Mountain episode, and you'll notice that Travis is wearing a dress.
Yeah.
That is such an overlooked rib that we played on Travis. That all this stuff is, look at him. All this stuff is going down all around us. This place is alive and it's freaking out. There's Travis in a freaking dress.
Why are you watching that episode right now?
I just pressed play on the YouTube channel. But
We had a really good compliment. By the way, Kandi, her phone died, so she's out. This is it's like an episode of Survivor. It's like now I have to conspire with Kirby to get rid of Luke.
well, you
And to
know.
get everybody to vote for me. I got to figure that out. But we got a good compliment on our Fish Fisher episode. That's always good when somebody's like they laughed at when we were in the bathroom talking to a ghost, and one of us said, "Are you eternally pooping? And we don't want to disturb you, but we want you to go towards the eternal plumbing light." And it's like finally somebody got our style. A lot of people watch our shit and they're like, "What are they? What is this flippant attitude they have?"
yeah, I love it when people get in on the joke. There's nothing better than people that understand. Like, I put on the other day on Facebook that we're not making a horror movie. We're making a Big and Funky Productions horror movie, and people didn't quite funk.
What's going on?
And I want people to, understand that we are going to make what we do is we take stuff that kind of sucks. And if you've watched any recent horror movies, which I watched one the other day that was just the worst writing. It's something new on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it. It was like Devil's Hole or something like that. And it was just terrible writing and predictable. And I'm like, we want to take a medium that's dying and put soul back into it. That's paranormal is the same way. We took stale ghost shows and put soul into it, and it got us a lot of attention. And
I'm not saying we're the best at it and we're not the best TV producers, but you're exactly right. I mean, there's the one thing I think me and you can do is definitely turn something on its side. Now, whether or not that's a good or bad thing, I don't know. Because, wrestling with ghosts, there's a lot of people that like it. There's a lot of people that don't like it. And this movie comes out, it may be too funny or too weird for them or whatever, but it will not be, I guarantee you, with the movie that we're making, it will not be like any horror movie you've ever seen. We're going to flirt with familiar tropes. In fact, Kirby is going to be participating in the opening. You pretty much have seen this a million times in a horror movie, and it's letting you know what universe you're going to be sitting into, and it's a very important part. I'm not downplaying what you're going to be doing for us or anything, or any of the other.
Because we add an extra element into that.
Yeah.
Into that. No, not that element that you're thinking of.
Oh, another element.
Yeah, no, just the kind of adding a likability to you and the other people in the scene that is sorely missing. There's not been a likable character in a horror movie since. Well,
I kind of thought when I was reading their parts, they were unlikable, to be honest with you.
Since Bruce Campbell.
Right on. Well, I mean, with them, they're kind of like, to me, they're kind of roll. They're kind of insipid. They're vapid a little bit. It's like a bunch of like, what the fuck are these? These are people I have nothing in common with. They're sitting in the fucking camping. It's a 2-on-1 situation, and they're just talking like morons to me. And that's what horror movies are. That's what we're flirting with.
But you got to remember that like most people are those people,
right? And that's so with Kandi and me and everybody else in the movie. There's some depth to those characters, I think, that you won't see in a normal horror movie. Because I think I don't know what you think about it, Kirby, but when I watch a horror movie, I have to like the people or I'm pulling for the monster.
Right. You have to care about them. You want them to escape, or you're like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let them kill them.
Right.
I mean, you have to have some kind of emotional card there to pull.
I think that's. Do you think they do that on purpose so people will have fun with the movie instead of getting tore up?
Now, the way I've actually heard this theory before of why like people love Freddy and Jason and Pinhead. I mean, I love Pinhead, but people like the killer, and the reason they make the people that they kill so unlikable and the killer's kind of cool is because you got to make sequels.
Right.
They know that if they make a killer that sucks, and likable characters that they kill, nobody's going to want to go see a second one or a third one, and definitely not an 8th or 9th.
That's a good point. So your money is with the bad guy. Interesting. Well, I'm going to jump off here because I got to start waxing my my legs. You know how it goes. So,
I do.
Kirby, I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
I'm like,
that was a weird face.
Yeah, he's got to do the hot wax. He's got to do the hot wax on his taint. So.
I'll let you guys have the last word. I'll just say what the shit that we need to get out there. So, Big and Funky Productions, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers because we get to monetize, which means we get to make money for content. And if you haven't heard at the beginning, we're doing paranormal stuff, paranormal shows, comedy bits, horror movies, video game unboxings and reviews, and just all sorts of stuff that we like to do. And we like to make content. And if we get up to 1,000 with the stuff that we do that's very popular, we get to actually get paid, and that helps us make more content. I'm not sure what's going on with this ASY TV. I didn't see the video today that Brandon put out. What's going on with that? Are we still just on Roku or what?
I didn't see it either. I know Kirby's having some problems with Roku, and I don't know if it was a SI or if it was with Roku itself.
But we'll talk about that off air. We're trying to get
we can figure
good.
It out.
We'll figure that out, and I'll give her some money back or something if something's gone haywire. But
like $2.99. If I can handle an $80 restaurant bill, I think I can handle a $2.99 charge.
Right. I think the main thing was the problem with Roku was there was an old Asai TV, and I think he signed up for that one that didn't exist anymore, and it should have been. He couldn't have it taken down until he put the new one up. I think that's the problem. So everything, that one's gone. That won't happen to anybody else. And if you do if you sign up for ASY TV, it's on Roku right now. It will be on Fire Stick and Apple TV. If you use the promo code FUNKY, FUNK.
Why?
Me and Luke. Yeah, thank you. What the fuck? FUNKY.
Use the promo code FUNKY. JLO.
Yeah. No, we're not getting any money off this deal. Me and Luke get paid, and again, that goes into paying actresses and paying actors. You won't get paid, Kirby. No, I'm just kidding. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, you'll get a high five and a handshake.
Sweet.
And a butt rub if you play your cards right. But but you
I'm the foot fucking master.
So so anyway, if you go to Asai TV, ASY, that's on Roku right now, and you put in Funky, we get paid, and that pays actresses and cheeseburgers and water for the crew and stuff like that, because we're going to start making bigger and better things.
Now we've got three shows on there, but again, I keep Hack's Horror Show with Tony Covington. Hack's Horror Show is worth watching if you like old weird horror stuff. And I'm watching through it, and he says on one episode, he goes, well, we're about to get to some old horror videos with big ass titties and body parts getting ripped off. And I'm like, that's that. I love that show. It's like an old dirty Svengoolie show, and it's
great. And not to get confused, this is not a sci paranormal. There's like food shows, there's travel shows, there's video game shows, and the latest episode of one of the 3 shows me and Luke produces, called It Happened to Me, just has this lovely lady, Kirby Gocke, or however you fucking pronounce her name. Redhead. Yeah. Gummy. Yeah, there you go. The redhead at the bottom here, she does and I got to tell you, I'll ask you about this since we got a couple more minutes, but that was an extreme. When I do this show, I don't realize sometimes how personal some of these stories are. And I got to tell you, when I was editing the show and watching it for the last time to make sure it looked good, I was kind of uncomfortable with how personal that story was. And I wanted to apologize if that was intrusive to ask you to tell that story, but that was pretty personal.
I told you, I was like, it took me a while to try to actually, get the balls to tell it. Because I kept sending you the messages going, hey, you going to send me that fucking thing? Or what the hell? What's taking you so long?
Yeah. So, yeah, you did it, and I appreciate it. I think it's a hell of a good episode. When you told me it was a 30-minute video, I was like, Jesus, God, it's going to be a lot of ums and ramblings, but it wasn't.
There was a lot of ums, but that's just my placeholder.
But that's not bad, no. We shot some stuff up in Mattoon. I shot about 20-something minutes of that, and it was some of the people. I was like, all right, do you have a ghost story you want to tell for a television show? Sure. And they come back, and they're like, well, I think it was night, and I think I saw something move in the corner of my eye. And they just sit there and look at me, and I'd be like, is that it?
I turned, and there was nothing there.
I swear to God, that was 2 of them. 2 of them. I turned, and nothing was there. All right. Well, I'm done yammering. If you guys want to keep talking, you can. But
no, I made steak for steak sandwiches, so I'm gonna go eat steak sandwiches.
What kind of roll you putting that on?
I've got French bread.
French bread. What kind of cheese?
Swiss, and I'm gonna dip it. I made
in the juices.
Damn, Kirby, quit.
What's she doing?
She's being hot. Quit.
I have my glasses in my back.
Oh, I'll have to rewind this. Let me get my glasses on there.
Yes, you are a beautiful lady. Look at you.
Oh man, my daughter is one of these chicks that doesn't know she's hot because she's 17 and kind of is always. She went into the store just today, man. She had 3 people come up and say, "You're drop dead gorgeous." I just spent $240 on a freaking hairdo for her because she's a good kid. Change the color of her hair. I'm gonna have to start beating fools off with sticks, man.
Yeah. You start beating fools off.
That's where I can use the popcorn trick.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody starts talking to your daughter, you just start beating them off.
Oh. Okay.
Well, did you get that out of Bill Cosby's Parenthood book?
No. Well, like I would read a Bill Cosby book. The guy's a rapist.
He was awesome until 10 years ago.
He's awesome, and he rapes. Kirby, stop it. He rapes.
My back is itching.
Oh, is that what it is? I'm going to say that next time I'm turning somebody on.
Yeah.
My back is
itchy.
Oh, God.
Anyway. You got anything to say, Curb?
Nah, I'm pretty boring. This is the highlight of my day.
Mine too.
Oh, speaking of sexy.
Oh, yeah.
I've been tardy.
He's about to get spanked by the teacher. Oh, you're watching the second episode. No, that's a different one. That's
Be Ghoul to Your School. Yeah, I got Roku on the TV in the living room. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here and eat my sandwich. Kirby, thank you so much. Kandi, if you're still watching, thank you. Justin, if you're watching, fuck you. This will be the last time. We'll make this deal right now.
Yeah.
You don't mention our name. This all goes away.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll make that deal.
Yeah, cut and dry.
Well, I mean, for me, all right, for me and Kirby, but
Make that deal right now.
I can't. You mess
Are
with
you like
the funk.
crossing your fingers as you're talking?
Yes, he
No,
is.
what's that?
Sure.
But
Sign language to all my deaf fans out there. It means funk power.
Yeah, but don't ever mess. You mess with the funk, and he takes shit.
I got a lot of free time, and I'm rich. All right, guys, I love you.
All right, peace out, y'all. Love you.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye. See you, Kirby. Now I get to talk.